Hi all, Atma Namaste. Hope you all are doing great. So we are reading about the Four Noble Truth and Eightfold Path. So far we have completed till the sixth path. And to know more about the previous lessons, you can always look into the previous videos of this series. There are five videos. Now, including this video, would be the five videos available in YouTube for the people to take benefit out of it. It is not only just looking at the Four Noble Truth and Eightfold Path given by Buddha, but we are looking at from the point of view of theosophy, from the point of view of our background in pranic healing or hathic yoga, and trying to bring the union of spiritual life and the material life so that we all can live a purposeful spiritual life in our day-to-day life. It will also give us peace and happiness in our day-to-day life. So that is why that's the purpose of it. I am Ritu. I am a psychologist, pranic healer, counselor from Healing Buddha. Healing Buddha is a wellness center. We use pranic healing and other energy techniques to to heal all aspects of the life, including your physical and mental health, including your spaces and relationship and the other issues of life. So to know more about it, you can always visit us on our website and social media handles and feel free to get in touch with us. So let's start. So again, Four Noble Truth, we started with that there is a suffering in life. And then we looked at into the monad level, physical level, then the cause of sorrow, desire, and attachments are the cause of sorrow, particularly the attitude towards the desire and attachment, attitude towards the worldly thing, which can cause sorrow more than the desire itself. Like having a comfortable life can be a need and the desire in the physical life, right? And which is not wrong. Everybody, all of us, we have a physical body, and to desire to give comfort to the physical body and to the bodies and life of your near and dear one is not a unwholesome desire. However, having a wrong attitude towards this desire can cause pain. If you become too greedy, too ambitious, too, with every failure, if a person started self-beating, then this desire can cause sorrow, right? Same goes to the attachments. So attachment towards property, person, position, fame, name, you know, being too attached. Sometime when people go through heartbreak or breakup in relationships, sometimes they get devastated, and sometimes people take very drastic step of ending their own life or their condition become miserable. However, there are people who take it very logically and come out of it very soon. So it is the right kind of attitude towards relationship and towards all the worldly thing which can reduce the intensity of the sorrow which what you can receive due to desire and attachments. Ceasing of sorrow. So ceasing of sorrow is possible again when we talk about the right kind of attitude. So if you have a right kind of attitude towards attachments, you can actually get rid of sorrow and adopting a balanced path, right? You don't need to go to extremes, but adopting a very sensible, balanced path can give a peaceful, happy, healthy life. And what are the ways which leads to handle sorrow or to get rid of sorrow? So that is the eightfold path. If we are adopting all these things, we will develop a right kind of attitude towards sorrow, towards desire and attachment. So to summarize, like this eightfold path, if somebody adopt in their life, they will develop a right attitude towards the desire and attachment towards worldly life and the worldly material things. And when they have the right attitude, they will not have sorrow, or they will reduce the intensity of the sorrow, and they will use that energy to do good to their own life to do good for their loved one, to do good for the society, right? It also saves time. If somebody is mourning too much over someone's loss, or thinking too negative, getting into anxiety, worriness, we are wasting our energy. So if we reduce this all sorrow, get rid of all this thing, you will be having a healthy mind. When you have a healthy mind, you will have a healthy body, because many of the diseases are psychosomatic in nature. When you have a healthy body, healthy mind, automatically your actions will be very healthy and very wholesome. You can devote more time to develop yourself, to help your fellow human beings, to help your family to get better. In fact, you start performing better in your material life as well. It will save your energy and help you to utilize your life to do good for the society, for your loved one, and making this world a little more kinder, safer, and nicer place to live. Right? So it's such a good thing, right? So again, eightfold path develops right attitude towards desire and attachment. When we have a right attitude towards desire and attachment, we reduce the sorrow. When we reduce the sorrow, we save lot of energy. When we save lot of energy, we do good for the society, for self, and for others. Right? You understood the chain? Now let's move forward. So we have seen the right kind of belief, right kind of thought, because everything starts from thought. So the thought should be kind, nice, constructive, and very realistic and truthful thoughts. When we have and blessed with the loving kindness. So if you have that kind of thought, your speech will be kind, because you have a right kind of attitude towards life, you have the right kind of thought, so automatically that will tame your speech. Now, use wholesome speech, non-violent speech, being assertive, saying no, drawing a line, setting up a boundary, standing against evil, or standing against unjust is is okay, and it can be done with the help of non-violent speech. That is important. That doesn't mean that having a kind speech doesn't mean that you are being too sugary and too sweet when you talk. It's the sweetness should be an attitude when you're communicating something. Even if you're communicating the fault of someone to someone's fault to him or her, you're kind, you are communicating. At the same time, you are not violent, you are not hurting that person. Have you not encountered such people? They are communicating what they want to communicate, that look, I didn't like that, and maybe you can do this work in this way. They are telling us to improve, that they are telling us to that what they like, they didn't like, but at the same time they are very kind. So if you are going to criticize someone, if you're going to give, if you're a boss and you want to give a feedback to your subordinate, or you are a parents and you want to tame your child, first remember in your mind that your intention is not to hurt that person or show that person down, but your intention is that that person should perform his or her duty in a right way, isn't it? Then why to bring the negative emotions? So the right thought can lead to, so we have the right attitude, then it will give the birth to the right thoughts, and right thoughts translate into right speech, and when we have the right speech, that can translate into right action, right? So if you believe, if you have the thought that okay, I don't need to be unkind to that person, my target is that person, or my child, or my spouse, or my parents, or my neighbor should perform or be good at something where we are looking at the improvement. Our target is not to show them down. Then this belief, this kind of attitude, and if we are doing good, we will always receive good. So if we have this kind of attitude, we will develop the thoughts, we will come which will come in your mind when you're going to communicate, will be very positive and very constructive. With that constructive thoughts, if you go and speak with your neighbor, you will not have anger, irritation, violence in your voice. and your tone and your words, and you will be able to communicate it into a very nice and clear way. And the result would be that most probably when we hurt someone, people become defensive. But when you do it with love, assertiveness but love, the person also give an ear and think that, okay, yeah, I can improve on this. And look at this person, how beautifully he or she is communicating. The chances of that person responding in a positive way increases, and your work is done. That person would be improved, or you can help, offer a help that how he you can help him to improve. So the right action, you went and you spoke in a right way, right action. Then the right means of livelihood. Now, livelihood was a part of the physical life. We all need money, or we all need money to have food, shelter, and all the comforts of life. But how we are earning that money, right? So that any work what we are doing should not involve any kind of violence, any kind of unethical acts. The writer has given the example of selling alcohol or something like that. Like people sell drugs, alcohol, those they say, like, people want it, so we are selling it. But if you encourage this thing, you are contributing in uh, uh, you know uh, to provide an access to these kind of things, right? So for a people who are living a spiritual life, they should try to avoid all this thing. Right. And whatever job we are doing, not only we are selling or doing something bad, like drugs and alcohol and something like that, but even whatever we are doing, like for example, when either you are a doctor or a politician or a officer or a lawyer, do your job with honesty. You know, if you are selling milk, sell the pure milk. Even if you charge 2 rupees more, it's okay, but sell the pure milk. Do not sell the contaminated milk or the artificial milk or the mixed milk, right? So whatever we are doing, we should do with ethics. Earning profit is not bad. Earn profit on the basis of what service you are truly delivering. You are providing A2 milk, pure milk. So you can charge little more. But don't promise that I am selling A2 milk and you are on the background, you are doing some mixing some artificial milk or the other variety of milk and selling it on the name of A2 and earning profit. Don't do that, right? So there are high-end services, the same thing available for 10 rupees and with the branding and quality and blah blah, and it is available for 100 rupees. It's okay if they are doing justice to the quality and the value what they are promising. You understood? So there should be an honesty in whatever we are doing. If we are doing something, focus on your job. If you focus on your job, you will produce the quality results. Some people doing some kind of job, and then on the side window they have opened something, and they are doing their trading or some shopping and something. You are stealing the time what was allotted to you, and what the company is paying to you. So be honest with for your job, you will produce very good result. If you are honest towards your job, tomorrow if you are assigning someone some job, they will be honest to you. Now that brings us to right kind of exertion or right endeavor. That means that if you have all these things as a theory, like suppose you are a person who is listening to all these things. Now you agree to everything, okay, right belief, right thought, and you started practicing it. But if you are not translating it into the real life, if you have just kept in your head that yes, we should have a right kind of belief, we should have right kind of thought, but when it comes to translating that into the life, that translation is not there. You understood? Then there is no meaning. So right kind of endeavor, applying the teaching in the life should always be there. Now you'd say, oh, we should be kind, we should be nice. But when it comes to showing kindness, you're not able to show the kindness. Or you seeing the, oh, service is a great way to develop ourselves. We all, many of you are arhatic yogis or pranic healer, and we know that the service is key to for the soul development. And many of us, we think that, oh, we should do something for the society, and they really mean that they should do something for the society. But when the chance come or opportunity come, they never respond, and they never go out and search for the opportunity. So what is the point of learning all this thing? We are not here to listen to fairy tale and feel good, but we are here to learn such lessons, bring those lessons into the life and translate it into the action. Right? Then now the last two things comes: right memory or remembrance, and right meditation and concentration. Let's see one by one what is these. Right? So we are reading from the book The Masters and the Path by Bishop Ledbetter. The right memory or right remembrance is the seventh step, and it means many things. The right memory of which the Lord Buddha spoke has often been taken by his follower to the mean of memory past incarnation, which he himself possessed most fully. In one of the Jataka stories is a collection of stories which tells the different life of Buddha, like different incarnation as a different beings. Very interesting stories, lots of learning. A person spoke ill of him. He turned to his disciple and said, I have insulted this person in the previous life, and therefore he speaks ill of me now. I have no rights to resent it. No doubt, if we remember everything that had happened to us before, we could arrange our past life better than we do. Most of us, however, have not the power of remembering our past life. But we must not therefore think that the teaching as to right memory does not apply to us. Now, when we say, eightfold path, so the people who are into Buddhism and, the monks and all that, those who are religiously into Buddhism, they sometimes associate it with the right memory means the remembrance of the past life. So the Buddha had the remembrance of the past life, but many, many, many past lives. So that is why the Jataka story have come into picture. So someone has insulted Buddha, and someone spoke ill to Buddha, and Buddha said that, in one of my lifetime I had insulted this person, and that is why this person is giving me back. That's a law of karma, right? What you give, it will come back. Now it is great, right? Today, suppose you are suffering something or somebody has done something bad to you. Now we often wonder that, what we have done, that why this person is rude, why this person is good to everyone but not good to me. You have noticed certain people, and then you have the remembrance of one of your past life that you might have done something to that person, and this person is now giving it back. Now, if you have that memory, it is great, right? You will develop a right kind of attitude towards that person because you know that something has happened. Now we all know law of karma, but still it becomes very hard for us to associate that something might have done. We theoretically we all say that something we have done and that is why we are suffering. But we do not know what has happened because not everyone remember, right? So that doesn't mean that this path or this right memory path, the seventh path, is not applicable to us. Let's see that how those many of us who do not remember the past life, how this is applicable to us. Let's see. First of all, it means right collectedness. It means that we must remember all the time that who we are. Now, what right memory can be for a common person who do not remember the past life. But let's see how we can use this path. It means that we must remember all the times who we are. So who we are the soul. We are not just this physical life of 60, 70, 80, 90, or 100 years, but we are a soul. We have many, many incarnation, and our goal is to mingle with the divine light. So we are the soul. What our work is? Our work is to become better, to improve to add value to our life, to refine ourselves, to purify ourselves, to evolve. That is our work. What is our duty? Now, duty can be the spiritual duty and the duty assigned to you in this life. So we should remember that. What we should do, what we should be doing for the master. What should we be doing for the master means what we are doing to contribute to the world, to make this world a better, safer, kinder, and nicer way. Because that's what the great beings do. They want to see the world in a better, kinder, nicer, and safer place, evolving. That's what they want to do. So, what we can do to master, how we can serve. Serving the master means serving the world. Then again, right memory means the exercise of reasonable choice as to what we shall remember. Now it is also our choice that in day to day thing, what we should remember. How? To all of us in our life, there comes a pleasant thing and also unpleasant thing. A wise person will take care to remember the good things, but he will let the evil die. So in day to day life, right? Some people sometimes say bad thing. Even our loved ones sometimes out of anger or situation, sometimes they say not so nice thing, right? Now for a wise people, he should or she should move on, and should not pay too much attention of it, and always remember the good thing done by someone. And if they are completely stranger, even if they have said bad, holding on that incident is not good. So a wise person just let it go, particularly the emotions attached with that incident. Suppose somebody has said some nasty thing to you. Now you maybe you'll remember that this person has said something to me, but let go the emotions attached to that, that hurt what you felt, and the the hatred towards that person, that that person has said this to me, that emotion, particularly the emotion, remove that emotion, and you will be at peace. Suppose someone comes and speaks rudely to us, a foolish person will remember that for words month, the foolish person will remember it weeks, months, years, and will continue to say that such and such person spoke unkindly to him. You might have met someone, like being a psychologist, I have met many people, particularly people who suffer from some big kind of, you know uh, diseases, some really big diseases. And when you do the counseling, you come to know that they are holding up so much. 30 years back, my mother-in-law was like that, and she has done that 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Can you imagine that even in their old age, when they come and they say, like, how long it is when your mother-in-law passed away? It's been 35 years, 36 years. And from 36 years, you are still holding to that she should have given this to me, but she has not given. She had this kind of thoughts and emotion. How it is important now. That person is not even in the body, right? So they just hold on it. It will recall in their mind, and what good will that do? Obviously, none at all. It will only annoy him and keep alive in his mind an evil thought. So whenever she must be thinking about her mother-in-law, some evil thoughts would be coming, right? And I have honestly, as a psychologist, I have seen people also who had lived a very difficult life, and the people around them have given them pain also. But if you sit with them, they are so positive that it is not that they are suppressing. I can easily understand those who are pretending to be kind, but they are not. But I know their life. So but when you sit with them, they only have the positive things, because when we live with someone, there are positive, there are negatives. And they most of the time, they talk positive if they are remembering their past. Many of such people, even they don't remember anything, because they are not holding on it, right? So I know there are people with the very strong memories, so you can have the memory that how you were treated, but delete all the emotions, remove all the emotions. And thanks to pranic healing, arhatic yoga, we have pranic psychotherapy, we have arhatic practices which help us to get rid of the emotions, right? And then you can always take help of a therapist, psychologist, counselors. That helps a lot. Rather than going and talking to someone who can judge you, I'll say that try to go and speak to a psychologist, a trained counselor, because they will not be judgmental. It is their day-to-day work. We hear so many people, so many lives, that we don't judge. We know that, some or other thing in everyone's life is there. So there is no point in judging someone, right? So that it is also very helpful. So it will help you to, forget about the or delete the wrong kind of emotions. And sometime when you remove the emotions, you will notice that even the memory is getting faded away, because of those emotions, the memory is also fresh. But when you remove that emotion, slowly and gradually you will forget about the incident also. We should immediately forget and forgive an evil thing done to us, but we should always bear in mind the kindness which people have done, because they will fill our mind with love and gratitude. Again, this is one of the exercise often given to people, to think about something nice about that person, right? Maybe your mother is very strict and you had a very not so very nice, experience with your own mother, but definitely she has served you, she has fed you, she has, even if she has contributed a little in your life, you can remember that, right? And even if you do not have, then past is past, past is dead, right? It is only and only give you pain. So it is like anger and hatred. It's like, as Buddha says, drinking poison for someone else's fault, right? Again, we all have made many mistakes. It is well that we should remember them is so far as not to repeat them, but otherwise to brood over them, to be always filling our mind with regret, with sorrow because of them, is not right memory. So always learn your lesson. Somebody has told you something very hurtful. Now you can remember that, this incident had happened, and that incident has made him say that. Or maybe some people have the habit of speaking too much of nasty thing. You do not need to expose yourself to such kind of cruelty. So remember and learn the lesson that I need to maintain a distance from this person. I do not need to make a joke or something so that that person can get, provoked and say something nasty, because this person has the habit of speaking nasty. So I will keep a distance. Learn your lessons, but delete that what he has said and how it is said, how it is felt. It has nothing to do with that. You understood? So learn your lessons, change your attitude, save yourself from cruelty or any other further such incident. But over a period of time, just let go, forgive and forget. Okay, so it comes over a period of time. Sometimes it is not easy to forget and forgive at once, so you do practices. Master has given very beautiful forgiveness prayer in Golden Lotus Sutra, where you say that, we all are soul, we all make mistakes. May peace be with you, may peace be with me, may we all be blessed with peace. Something like that. The gist of that prayer is this. That prayer or that affirmation you can use multiple time and forgive that person. Let it go. Now, so right kind of memory, right? So we should know we are a soul. We should know that we are here to contribute some goodness in the world. And we should always hold on to the nice memories. We should always try to forgive and forget if something wrong has happened. Past is dead. Do not rule or brood over the past. Try to, remember the good thing, and particularly get rid of the negative emotions. Learn your lessons, save yourself from the cruelty, but let go the negative emotions. Right? So this is the gist of the right remembrance. Now let's go to the last point, which is the right meditation or the right concentration. Now, this just doesn't mean the meditation what we all practice as a discipline, spiritual discipline, but it is also means that all through our lives we should concentrate ourselves on the object of doing good and of being useful and helpful. So we should concentrate our we should meditate. When what is meditation in one of the sense, it is to bring awareness about the goodness. So meditate on goodness and concentrate your scattered energy only to do good and purposeful, kind, useful, and helpful. That will make you one pointed towards your soul goal. And you can produce miracle if you are able to gather your energy. Suppose you have 10 units of energy, 2 units going in hating someone, 2 units going on speaking ill about someone, then 2 units going when you are doing some unethical work. All this, you are losing your energy. When you gather your energy and focus on the wholesomeness, you remember that who you are, what you are here for, what purpose you are, how you should lead your life, how it should be your thoughts, emotion, feelings, beliefs. When you have all these things, you will bring your energy and concentrate on doing purposeful and good. You will be focused in your work, even in the worldly affairs. You will be focused in your work and you will do best. Do you have you noticed that when you the day you are sad, the day something has happened in the family or around, you don't feel like working, right? Whereas someday you are very happy and you just want to finish your work, you are very concentrated, very happy, and you finish so much of work on that day. So it is the concentration of the energy. So we should concentrate on the in the right place. In daily life we cannot be always meditating because of the daily work that we must all do in course of our ordinary life. And yet I am not sure that a statement like that made without reservation is entirely true. We cannot always have our consciousness drawn away from the physical plane to the higher level. Yet it is possible to live a life of meditation in this sense. Now he's the writer is using his intelligence. So one of the way of being spiritual is try to be seeker, not the follower. Someone has said something and it is a belief and blah blah. No, you are seeking the truth. You are taking it one step by one step, seeking the truth. So the writer is using here the intelligence. Use your intelligence. The God, the great one, the nature has given us the intelligence because they mean us, they meant, they want us to use that intelligence. So the writer is using the intelligence. He's saying that now Buddha is saying that the eighth step is the meditation and concentration. So what does it mean? Does he mean that we should always meditating and keeping our attention away from the physical plane, means the physical material day to day life, and always thinking about the great ones and the higher plane and the higher energy, spirituality? So the answer is no. Of course, if you are a monk, you are a saint, or you are a sage, and you are a sadhu in Himalaya, you can do that. But for them, it can be meaning that. But how it is that he has given this path for all the public, irrespective what you are. So that means that it has more to it, right? That I said when speaking about the right thought, they may be instantly come to the front when that the mind is not otherwise occupied. Our life will then be really a life of perpetual meditation upon the highest and the noblest object in interrupted now and then by the necessity of putting our thought into practice in the daily life. That the higher things are always so strong present in the background of our mind, as I said upon speaking about the right thought. So he's saying that that means for a common people that we have already spoken about the right belief, right thought, right? So if we have the right kind of thought in the background of our mind, it is like our life will not go here and then, and it will be very much focused. It will be very much focused and concentrated in what is right. And that is a meditative state. You are aware that your thoughts and emotions can disturb your life, can disturb others' life, what is right. And you are very much focused that even if some evils are coming, some people are saying something, they are passing on the nasty comment and all that. You are focused to do good. What is your purpose? You know that. You might have seen certain leaders, right? Sometimes they receive tremendous criticism from all around, and still they are so focused that they are like, juggernaut, and they are keep on doing the great work without getting, distracted with all such kind of emotions. So we need to have the right kind of belief, right kind of thought, and focus on our purpose, and then you will see that the life itself has become a meditation. Our life will then be really a perpetual meditation, right? Such a habit of thought will influence us in more ways than we see at the first glance. Like always attract like. Two people who adopt such a line of thought will presently be drawn together, will feel an attraction one for the other, and so it may well be that in time a nucleus of those who have habitually hold the higher thoughts will be gathered together. Their thoughts will react upon one another, and in that way each will greatly help the advancement of the rest. So it is just not the simple thing, right? To have a right thought and concentrate on that. It is going to benefit us in a greater way. How it is going to benefit? One of the way is when we have when we have the right thought, our thought is like like signals. And when we emit a thoughts, and as a Rahatik yogi, we know that how the energy attracts the right and wrong kind of people. So if our energy is good, wholesome, honest, kind, loving, we will also attract a similar kind of person in your life, not only as a life partner, but as a spiritual partner, as a group member. So, the two people thinking the same way, they will come together, and more people will come, and they will form a group. Eventually, they will form a group, and they will help each other in growing. And as Master DK has said that this era is the group work era. If somebody really want to develop, they should do the group work. Group meditation, group practices, group services are highly recommended. Like what we are doing, though it would be a recorded video, but the way when we all are listening to these teachings, it is so many people are going to listen to this, and it is like a all will be a like-minded people. These all thoughts will be resonating frequent, the frequency would be matching in all those minds, and those big group of goodwill and will to do good people, the new group of world servers, forms the goodwill thought for the entire world, right? So it will impact in a great way and help rest of the people, the whole people around them will be impacted. And not only that, they will impact the people around them in their family, in their society also. Have you noticed that when you have done arhatic yoga or pranic healing, how your the other how the life of other people in your family also started changing? Because you reheat that thing, right? Even if you're not teaching, if you're even if they are not pranic healer or a hatik yogi, their life will also started changing, right? Again, whatever we go, we are surrounded by the invisible host, angels, spirits, and men who have laid aside their physical bodies. The condition of the right concentration will attract to us all the best of those various orders of beings, so that wherever we go, we shall be surrounded by good and holy influences. Now, here, first level, we talked about that we attract the right kind of human being, but it is just not that simple. We are surrounded by different kind of energy beings also. And like we have different kinds of bugs like butterfly, housefly, mosquitoes, ladybug, grasshopper. Some are good, some are not. So but all are living in the nature, right? The same way in the energy world also you have the beings who are very good, like angels, nature spirits, and devas and all that, and you have the beings who are not very wholesome. So if you have right kind of attitude, right kind of belief, right kind of your energy is concentrated on right kind of thing, and you are radiating right kind of thoughts, and you're concentrating, you're meditating on the right kind of influences, you will also attract the nice beings in the inner world, and those beings will be helpful to you, because they are also feeding on your positive thought, they are also getting nurtured with your positive energy, and their positive energy will influence you, right? So it is like that. So that is one of the secret. If you want success, if you want good people to work with you, if you want to attract good life partner, if you want to um, have good peaceful relationships in your life, so if you change your energy, you will also attract the right kind of energy, and even the unwholesome energy around you will also start getting transmuted, right? So doing your rahatic practices, your meditations, having the right kind of thoughts, feelings, words, right belief, thoughts, speech, action, livelihood, and everything, that will help you to create a very positive radiance, and that inner light attract the right people or right person in your life, right? This is the now we have completed that. So this is the teaching of Lord Buddha, as he gave in it that first sermon. It is upon his this teaching that the worldwide kingdom of righteousness is found, the royal chariot wheels of which he set in motion for the first time on the festival of Asala so many centuries ago. So it was Buddha Purnima, and it was the festival of Asala, festival of goodwill, where when the first time he has given the teaching, and he has started the wheel of righteousness. See, before also the avatars have come, but he has also given us in a capsule form, and given to the common public, which common people can understand, and he has moved that. This Ashok chakra, that chakra you will see in the national emblem of India, and the in Ashoka pillar. That chakra is the right wheel of righteousness. Dhamma chakra pavattan, right? So many centuries ago he has given that. When in now, what is going to happen in future, when in the far future the time shall come for the advent of another Buddha. So the upcoming Buddha, as we have all seen, is Buddha Maitreya, who was the chief officer in the ceremony of Vesak last month, what we had seen. And the present Bodhisattva takes the final incarnation, in which the greatest step will be achieved. He will preach the divine law to the world in whatever form may seem to him most suited to the requirement of that era, and then will follow him in his high office. Okay, so now this is the teachings given by the earlier Buddha. If even before, if you go to the other avatars, like Sri Krishna has given Bhagavad Gita. What is that? That is also pushing the chakra of dharma. If you see the Gita, the symbol of the Gita, if you remember Gita, the first picture comes is it's Arjun on the chariot, and Krishna sitting there. So Krishna was setting the motion to the wheels. There also he has said that follow the dharma, right? Follow the righteousness. And then it comes to Buddha. Buddha has given us four noble truth, eightfold path, further pushing it, right? Then the Christ also came and said that, serve the humanity, follow the loving kindness, serve people, further pushing it. Now the future Buddha will also come, and he will also give the law of nature. This is the divine law. This is the law of nature. This is the divine law to in the form which will suit most to the that time of society. Okay, and then that will bring a lot of change in the world's energy, it is believed that. And after that, and then will follow him the high office master Kotumi, who can transfer himself to second rate to take responsibility of becoming the bodhisattva of the sixth root race. And after my when Buddha Maitreya, who is the current bodhisattva, will become Buddha and give the teachings, and the next master Kotumi will follow and take up his place and become the new bodhisattva, which will be the bodhisattva of the sixth root race. Okay, this brings end to our lecture. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Now, if you reflect back, if you are Arhatic Yogi, and those who are not Arhatic Yogi, by the way, Arhatic Yoga is very, very practical way of achieving this high level of spirituality. It not only help you to become highly spiritual, but it will help you to how to lead a very well balanced material life, develop a right kind of attitude towards material pleasure, and also become very dynamic to achieve and manifest greatness in your life. So those who are not arhatic yogi, those who are pranic healer, and those who are not pranic healer, pranic healing can help you in great way in your wealth, relationship, health, mental health, physical health, your material success, your family life. So please take up pranic healing and also take up later Arhatic Yoga and enjoy the life and shape up your life in a right way. You will know how to focus your energy. It will also impact your health and wellness and make you feel mentally and physically strong. Right. So that is about Arhatic Yoga. Now, those who have Arhatic Yoga, please remember that now, where after reading or after studying this Four Noble Truth and Eightfold Path, this takes you back to the practices of five virtues. You know that how five virtues are related to this, right? If you have all those five virtues, developing right belief, thought, speech, action, livelihood, endeavor, remembrance, and concentration becomes so easy, right? And then you have the techniques to purify yourself with inner reflection. Master says that inner reflection can guarantee your spiritual practices, spiritual progress. Sorry. Inner reflection can guarantee your spiritual progress. So, do your inner reflection. Without inner reflection you cannot make your blue triangle very impactful. So do your inner reflection, do your blue triangle, and you have the whiteboard technique, the sacrifice technique, psychotherapy to purify yourself. So do all those things, do your meditations and improve on your life. Buddha has given this, and every year we repeat it because energy is like fertilizer. If we have right kind of thought within us, the when we get the energy of the full moon, the energy of the world teacher, the energy of the of Buddha coming down, this will fertilize the right kind of attitude, belief, and virtues within us. That is why it becomes important to go through these lessons every year till we achieve perfection. I am sure when Buddha, it is said that on the occasion of full moon of Gemini, Buddha Maitreya give this lecture to all the great beings who are much higher in the hierarchy. So when this lesson is valid for those beings, you can think about, and every year they listen, then how much beneficial it is for all of us. And that is why it is always recommended to read the texts like Four Noble Truth, Eightfold Path, and things like Bhagavad Gita, who's always pushing the wheel of dharma. Dharma means what is right, what is true, what is justful, what is helpful, what help humanity to evolve. That is dharma, right? And these great beings are pushing these wheels ahead and ahead. So I hope we all have enjoyed this. Thanks for joining it and taking benefit of it. When we do something for the group or in the group, the higher teachings also come. Hope this has clarified lot of your doubt about Four Noble Truth and Eightfold Path, and help you to remember all this thing in a very crisp way. And with this knowledge, if you're going to attend the meditation, the energy will come, and definitely you will see the different changes in your life. I wish you all a very, very happy Buddha Purnima. May the blessings of Buddha be on all. May we all be blessed with the light of Buddha. May we all be blessed and healed for all our vices. May we all be blessed to do good to the society, make use of our this life, live a purposeful, kind, happy, healthy life. And I thank all the great beings and my spiritual teacher, Master Chokok Sui, and all the great ones, Supreme God, to help us to deliver this study and this knowledge to all the people. Thank you. Thank you for your tremendous presence and blessings. Thank you. Thank you to my higher self for being the guiding light. Thank you. Atma Namaste. Take care.